and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
New information tonight regarding a weekend death in South Fargo. Tonight, police say the two people involved first tried to commit suicide by carbon monoxide poisoning by running their vehicle in an enclosed garage. When that failed, they say 85-year-old Lewis Averson got a handgun and allegedly shot his wife, 85-year-old Isla Averson, in the chest. Lewis then turned the handgun on himself, shooting himself one time in the chest. His injuries are not believed to be life-threatening. Before the incident, both were described as being of ill health. It happened early Saturday morning at the 300 block of Prairie Wood Drive South. Police say that Lewis Averson told a passerby that he was shot and that he had shot his wife, who was inside their car in the garage. We'll have more on this story tonight on Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW and at 10 o'clock. After the weekend we just had, full of rain and wind, it's nice to have some quiet weather. Things could change a bit overnight for some of us, though. Hutch, what's the latest?
Crystal clear here in the FM area, but there'll be a chance that a few of us will get some overnight showers and thunder showers. But first and foremost, as we take a look at our radar right now, there's nothing anywhere near us. The Regina, Canada area, seeing some thunderstorms. They're moving east, and these are a good 220 miles away from our viewing area. But that is the wave that we expect to bring a chance of storms. Tomorrow night, though, there is an enhanced risk for severe storms with large hail and possibly a funnel cloud or tornado. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Tonight, pretty quiet in Fargo through most of the overnight hours as temperatures slip into the 60s. Quiet and dry with a few increasing overnight clouds as we look up into Grand Forks with sunset in Grand Forks at 9:23. More on tomorrow's storms here in a moment.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
A criminal complaint filed in Minnesota says a former nursing home employee is being charged with manslaughter and criminal neglect in the death of a 100-year-old resident in Redwood Falls. According to the report, a female resident slid out of a bathroom chairlift last September at the Sunwood Good Samaritan Center and later died from injuries suffered in that fall. Reportedly, the 29-year-old employee says he had raised the chairlift several feet higher than standard protocol and removed the woman's seatbelt. A warrant has been issued for the man's arrest.
It's important to have people in multiple different areas, maybe areas that you wouldn't necessarily think about, like a park, because maybe that's an area that somebody would think about preying upon.
Today is the first day for Fargo's first ever park police officer. The aim is to keep you safer while enjoying the city's parks. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer tells why some are saying there is a need in the community.
Found a great officer who's going to work as a Fargo police officer, but full-time with the Fargo Park District.
Joel Vettel is the executive director of the Fargo Parks District. And when it comes to keeping the community safe, he says he's no stranger to crime.
I led our investigations team for about 6 years within the Fargo Police Department.
And that's why he says he wanted to fill what he sees is a need in the community.
We came to a conclusion that having somebody that is a uniformed police officer in the position would provide the most value.
But Vettel's mission for park safety goes beyond an officer. He says there's plans in the works for security cameras and electric locks to be placed around the parks. And for people who spend a lot of time at these parks, like Brian Huber.
Really like to try out everything, see which ones are more busy during each day.
Safety is important.
I haven't really had any situations where I didn't feel safe coming out here, whether it's doing workouts or just hanging out with friends, playing with my dog.
And Huber's not alone. Vettel says Fargo parks are safe, but he believes having an officer dedicated to these places is a step in the right direction. In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
Officer Joshua Marvig will be in charge of patrolling all parks in the Fargo Park District. Joel Vettel tells us all projects, such as installing security cameras, will come to fruition during the winter months. A Fargo man is facing charges after officers say he let himself into a stranger's home over the weekend while drunk. It happened Friday night in the 100 block of 16th Street South. A family had come home to find 46-year-old David Oliver of Fargo drunk and nearly naked, making himself at home. Officers arrived on scene and arrested Oliver. He faces charges of criminal trespassing and is being held in the Cass County Jail. The North Dakota Department of Health Division of Medical Marijuana is releasing its draft dispensary application. A panel will evaluate, score, and select those eligible for registration. There's a $5,000 non-refundable application fee. A deadline has not yet been decided. For more information, click on this story at valleynewslive.com. The month of June means election season is picking up steam, with early primary voting starting today in Cass County. Voters are able to cast their ballots for city and park board commissioners and school board members. Cass County residents can go to either the Ramada Inn on 13th Avenue in Fargo or the Doubletree by Hilton in West Fargo. Polls will also take place at the Days Inn in Castleton later this week. Early voting inspector Dick Brothers says a benefit to voting early is the quick and easy process of filling out a ballot.
You come in at your leisure and takes just a few minutes to go through it and you're done. And if you're working and you want to come in at 5 o'clock on election day, there's going to be a line. And it's just nice to have it done.
Early voting is open at both Fargo locations today through Friday from 10 in the morning until 7 at night. Now is the perfect time to jump into summer fun. Pools around the area open today for the season. Fargo has 5 pools, including 2 on the south side, 2 on the north, and 1 downtown. One change this year is having healthier options at the concession stands, including pretzels and hummus, veggies, and string cheese. The Park District says although they have lifeguards on duty, parents need to keep an eye on their kids and be sure they're obeying the rules. The Dilworth Pool also opened today. Moorhead's Pool will open this Wednesday. West Fargo opened its outdoor pool last Friday. For a list of pool times and prices, go to valleynewslive.com and click on our hot button for a link. Prince fans will celebrate what would have been the music legend's 60th birthday with a 3-day festival in the Minnesota community where the iconic movie Purple Rain was filmed. It all begins Thursday in Henderson, Minnesota, and will include a bus tour of Purple Rain, filming locations and screening of the 1984 movie and live music. Fans from around the world have helped pay for a bench, street sign, and mural that will be permanently installed downtown and dedicated during the celebration. All festival activities are free, but a donation to the Prince mural is requested.